all of my shades like the day. Remember, Lord, of the serving motion. The Lord, the testimony. For pain of lady, take the train. Yeah, R.I.P. Alicia, Natalie and I truly miss our favorite teacher. Let's say if the preacher, vanity of vanities, he that made the same mistake again, he called it insanity. Show me a man without adversity, I show you a man without character. And this messenger do us all to prepare us for disaster. Time is moving faster when the remnant makes it home. They'll be all living lavish. If he won't treat you right, won't teach you right. Serve Yahweh with all your soul and all your might. It'll make your prayers monkey cry. True for tradition, to be the heart testify. Back to the children, there is no other God beside my making name. Yahweh, your hosting. There is no Holy Ghost in supposing you thought he came to be priest on this earth. He said no. Old man for counsel and young man for woe. For sure to the late grade. Prophet taught us the knowledge of Yahweh. Therefore I pay homage. Giving glory to the Holy One, the King of the Kings, the strength of Israel. One day he redeemed. Yahweh. All of my shining like the day. Remember all of the third motion. The Lord testimony. For praise of lady, take the train. Yahweh. And all the sins of the wicked laid upon him, and then he was going to give himself for sacrifice and die for all their sins. Now he was going to die for all their sins, and then all their sins was laid upon him. The men that raised the little bitty babies, the men that had sex with the little daughters, the men that were murdering their mothers, the men that were stealing from Yah, like the preachers that go in today, they could all but sin on this person.
Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahweh, the Ben Israel, and I like to give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. And Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters, too. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Today's topic, I'm going to talk about the prophets and the prophetess, the women and the men. We had well men prophets and we have well women prophetess, and that's going to be today's topic. Now I'm going to prove that what is a prophet and who were prophets and who was not a prophet. I'm going to prove that today. Now I want to start off in the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 20 verse 1.
Genesis chapter 20 verse 1. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But Elohim came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife.
See, there's certain people on this earth that you can't do nothing to, that the Almighty Yahweh will get you. He threatened this man and let this man know that Abraham is my right hand man, and you took his wife, and you're gonna get killed for playing games. Now read.
But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, Yahweh, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister? And she, even she herself, said, He is my brother. And the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. And Elohim said unto him in a dream,
What verse you at?
6.
Okay.
Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thine heart. For I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her.
See, the Almighty didn't let this man, he took the man's wife, but he didn't let her have sex with her at all. That's what you see when the Almighty he loved prophets. And I'm going to prove to you all through the book that he loved a prophet. And who was a prophet and who was not a prophet. Read.
Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet.
The Almighty told Abimelech, this man is a prophet. Read.
And he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine.
The Almighty told this man, if you don't destroy Abraham, his wife, I'm going to kill you and everybody in your family. All y'all. That's how much he loved Abraham the prophet. Okay, I'm just proving that the prophet. Okay, let's go to Exodus 7. Exodus chapter 7, we'll start the first verse.
Exodus chapter 7 verse 1. And Yahweh said unto Moses, See, I have made thee a God to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet.
Now, he made Moses a god, and he made Aaron his brother a prophet. He ain't never did this with nobody in the New Testament. And if you can show me in the New Testament that he did this with anybody, I'll send you $500. Read.
Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you,
He ain't gonna listen to you. Read.
that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth my armies, and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments.
Now y'all know who Yahweh armies is? The animals, the plague, the pesticides, the bugs, them is armies. Read.
And the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh,
And when I do this, they're gonna know that I'm the one. I'm Yahweh. Read.
when I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt, and bring out the children of Israel from among them. And Moses and Aaron did as Yahweh commanded them, so did they.
They did everything that Yahweh say do. They wasn't hard-headed like these people today, stiff-necked, hard-headed, rebellious, and turned their back on Yah. These one the kind of, they was prophets. Read.
And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old, when they spake
Okay.
unto Pharaoh.
Folks score, it was 80. Moses was 80, and his brother was 83 years old, because each score is 20. Okay, let's go to Numbers 12. Still talking about the prophets. I'm proving today that we talking about the prophets of the Bible. Let's see, Numbers. Okay. Numbers chapter 12, verse 6.
Numbers chapter 12, verse 6. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision.
See, certain prophecy do certain things with these prophets. I showed them coming to me in a vision. Read.
And will speak unto him in a dream.
Or I come to them in a dream.
My servant Moses is not so.
I ain't gonna be like this with Moses, but all the rest of them I do it another way. Read.
Who is faithful in all mine house.
He 100 in all the man house. Read.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth.
I'm gonna talk to him mouth to mouth.
Even apparently, and not in dark speeches.
And not in dark speeches.
And the similitude of Yahweh shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?
That's right, because certain people that you can't speak, you can't say your mouth will get you killed. Like I say, you can't be running around here saying certain things about certain people. The Almighty here, He gonna kill you. Read.
And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against them.
And Almighty be mad at them. Okay, I just wanted to prove that it was about the prophet. Let's go to Deuteronomy 13. Deuteronomy 13, start the first verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, Let us go after other deities which thou hast not known, and let us serve them.
Now listen to that. Now if a person come to you that's a prophet and he ain't talking about Yahweh, he talking about everybody but Yah, you don't pay him no attention. Don't listen to him. That's what this is going to specify. So if a man come to you and ain't talking about Yah, then he talking like a zip zap fool. Don't pay him no attention. And then he's speaking in another name. He talking about JC, Muhammad, Allah, Buddha, Hadith, he talking about everybody but Yah. No, you don't pay him no attention. But listen what the book gonna say. Read.
Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet.
Don't listen to this prophet, because he's a false prophet. Anybody in this world is not talking about Yahweh is a false prophet. Read.
Or that dreamer of dreams.
That dreamer of dream. Martin Luther King had plenty of dreams. I had a dream. I had a dream. He lied. Read.
For Yahweh your Elohim proveth you to know whether ye love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart and with all your soul.
Because if you love Yahweh with all your heart and all your soul, all you going to talk about is Yah. You ain't going to talk about JC and all these other clowns. You ain't going to talk about them. You only going to talk about Yah.
Ye shall walk after Yahweh your Elohim.
That's right. Walk after him mean do everything that Yah say do.
And fear him.
And fear him, not JC.
And keep his commandments.
And Yahweh got commandments for us to keep.
And obey his voice.
And whatever Yahweh say, obey his voice, because he sent Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, and Noah. Whatever they tell you to do, do it. And that's what I do. Obey their voice, the Old Testament voice. The prophet's voice is in the Old Testament. Prophets, read.
And ye shall serve him.
And we're going to serve him.
And cleave unto him.
And cleave unto him.
And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from Yahweh your Elohim.
What? Got to read that again. That's corn right there, y'all. Read that again.
And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death.
That person is not talking about Yahweh going to hell. Anybody on this earth is talking about anybody other than Yahweh going to hell. Read.
Because he has spoken to turn you away from Yahweh your Elohim.
He talking about JC. He talking about going to church. He talking about wearing a cross. He talking about everything against Yah. Anybody that's talking about against Yah, because all the churches in the world is talking about against Yah. They ain't with Yah, they against Yah. You ain't gonna never in your life hear Yahweh's name mentioned in a church on this earth. Never. Read.
Which brought you out of the land of Egypt.
And I'm the one that brought you out of the land of Egypt. Not JC, not Hadith, not Buddha, not none of them.
And redeemed you out of the house of bondage.
I'm the one that get you out of slavery, hard times of bondage.
To thrust thee out of the way which Yahweh the Elohim commanded thee to walk in, so shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee.
Okay, that's all I wanted. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 18. Deuteronomy 18, we're going to start at the 20 verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other deities.
If I ain't sent this man, he talking about this, that, and the other, woo up the bam, ain't talking about me, and talking about everybody but Yah, and speaking on other gods, read.
Even that prophet shall die.
That prophet going to hell. Whoever saying they're a prophet today and running around here talking about everybody but Yahweh, you going to hell. Read.
And if thou say in thy heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh hath spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh,
when a prophet speak in the name of Yahweh,
if the thing follow not,
if he lying, if it don't follow not, mean if it don't come to pass, if he say something and it don't happen, then he lying. Read.
Nor come to pass,
nor come to pass,
that is the thing That is the thing which Yahweh hath not
The
spoken.
Almighty ain't sent this man. He ain't sent TD Jakes. He ain't sent Klepto Dollar. He ain't seen none of these preachers. Because these preachers today call themselves prophets. They're leaders. And you know, the Almighty ain't sent none of them. Not now preacher on this earth. It was sent from Yah. Why? Because they ain't talking about Yah. They talking about that monkey in the New Testament. JC. They hit me on the stick. The white man's God. Read.
But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
Don't be afraid of nobody that's talking about anybody other than Yah. Don't be afraid of him. Okay, let's go to Judges. And don't let me forget to give them the definition of a prophet. Because I forgot, I should have did that at first, but I'm what I said, Judges. Okay, yeah. Judges chapter 6. Yeah, Judges chapter 6. Start at 7 verse.
Judges chapter 6 verse 7. And it came to pass when the children of Israel cried unto Yahweh because of the Midianites.
See, when we get in trouble, we always call up on Yah. But as long as we having fun and having money, we ain't gonna never call up on him. But as soon as we get in trouble, and white folks get you finna give you 40 years, and you call up on Yah. Read.
That Yahweh sent a prophet unto the children of Israel,
Almighty sent a prophet.
which said unto them,
He didn't send no preacher. He sent a prophet, not no preacher. Read.
Thus said Yahweh Elohim of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt, and brought you forth out of the house of bondage, and I delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of all that oppressed you,
And the Almighty the only one can do that. Read.
and drave them out from before you, and gave you their land. And I said unto you, I am Yahweh your Elohim. Fear not the deities of the Amorites,
Don't fear the Christian God, JC, in this day and time. Don't fear them.
in whose land ye dwell.
And we in the United States dwelling in America.
But ye have now obeyed my
And
voice.
since we've been in the United States of America, we ain't did nothing Yahweh say do. We listen to the Christians and the white folks and our forefathers that didn't know nothing. And brainwashed, bamboos, and hoodwinked in this land. Okay, let's go to 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 3. Yeah. 1 Samuel chapter 3 verse 1.
1 Samuel chapter 3 verse 1. And the child Samuel ministered unto Yahweh before Eli, and the word of Yahweh was precious in those days. There was no open vision.
They're precious. Read.
And it came to pass at that time, when Eli was laid down in his place, and his eyes began to wax dim, that he could not see.
And going blind.
And the lamp of Elohim went out in the temple of Yahweh, where the ark of Elohim was, and Samuel was laid down to sleep. That Yahweh called Samuel, and he answered, Here am I. And he ran unto Eli, and said, Here am I, for thou calledest me. And he said, I called not, lie down again. And he went and lay down. And Yahweh called yet again, and Yahweh called yet again Samuel. And Samuel arose and went to Eli and said, Here am I, for thou didst call me. And he answered, I called not, my son, lie down again. Now Samuel did not yet know Yahweh, neither was the word of Yahweh yet revealed unto him. And Yahweh called Samuel again the third time. And he arose and went to Eli and said, Here am I, for thou didst call me. And Eli perceived that Yahweh had called the child.
Yahweh called the child. Read.
Therefore Eli said unto Samuel, Go, lie down, and it shall be, if he call thee, that thou shalt say, Speak, Yahweh, for thy servant heareth. So Samuel went and lay down in his place. And Yahweh came and stood and called, as at other times, Samuel, Samuel. Then Samuel answered, Speak, for thy servant heareth. And Yahweh said to Samuel, Behold, I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of every one that heareth it shall tingle. And that day I will perform against Eli all things which I have spoken concerning his house. When I began, I will also make an end. For I have told him that I will judge his house forever for the iniquity which he knoweth, because his sons made themselves vile, and he restrained them not.
Yeah, evil, and he didn't chastise them.
And therefore I have sworn unto the house of Eli, that the iniquity of Eli's house shall not be purged with sacrifice nor offering forever.
See, the Almighty will punish your house when your kids are disobedient and bad. He'll take it up on you because you the head, you the parent. Read.
And Samuel lay until the morning, and opened the doors of the house of Yahweh. And Samuel feared to show Eli the vision. Then Eli called Samuel, and said, Samuel, my son. And he answered, Here am I. And he said, What is the thing that Yahweh hath said unto thee? I pray thee, hide it not from me. Elohim do so to thee, and more also, if thou hide anything from me of all the things that he said unto thee. And Samuel told him every whit, and hid nothing from him. And he said, It is Yahweh, let him do what seemeth him good. And Samuel grew, and Yahweh was with him, and
Yahweh was with him, but he never was with JC. He was with Samuel. Read.
did let none of his words fall to the
And
ground.
everything that he said came to pass was 100. Read.
And all Israel from Dan even to Beersheba knew that Samuel was established to be a prophet of Yahweh.
To be a prophet of Yah. Read it again, boy. That's corn. Read that again.
And all Israel from Dan even to Beersheba knew that Samuel was established to be a prophet of Yahweh. And Yahweh appeared again in Shiloh.
That's it. Yeah, that's all I needed. So I wanted to prove that Samuel was a prophet from Yah. The Almighty ordained him. Okay, let's go to First Kings. First Kings. First Kings 14. Start the first verse. Yeah.
1 Kings chapter 14 verse 1. At that time Abijah the son of Jeroboam fell sick, and Jeroboam said to his wife, Arise, I pray thee, and disguise thyself, that thou be not known to be the wife of Jeroboam, and get thee to Shiloh. Behold, there is Ahijah the prophet,
Ahijah the prophet. He was a prophet. Ahijah. Read.
which told me that I should be king over his people. And take with thee 10 loaves and cracknels and a cruse of honey, and go to him. He shall tell thee what shall become of the child. And Jeroboam's wife did so, and arose and went to Shiloh, and came to the house of Ahijah. But Ahijah could not see, for his eyes were set by reason of his age.
Okay, that's what all I needed. Let's go to 2 Samuel. Yeah, 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel 7. Yeah. 7 Samuel 7. Start at the first verse.
2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 1. And it came to pass when the king sat in his house, and Yahweh had given him rest round about from all his enemies, that the king said unto Nathan the prophet,
Nathan the prophet. Nathan was a prophet.
See now, I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of Elohim dwelleth with curtains. And Nathan said to the king, Go, do all that is in thine heart, for Yahweh is with thee.
See, this king was King David. That's all I needed. But King David, Nathan told him, go do all this in your heart, because Yahweh with you. That's right. Okay, let's go to, what was that second? First Kings 18. 20. 18 and 20, 22.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 20. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel, and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto all the people, and said, How long halt ye between two opinions?
How long you gonna believe in the Old and the New Testament? Got two opinions.
If Yahweh be Elohim, follow him.
If Yahweh be Elohim, follow him.
But if Baal, then follow him.
And if they're marking the New Testament, which is JC, at this time of day, follow him.
But the people answered him not a word.
And they didn't say a word.
Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of Yahweh.
Now, Elijah said, I'm a prophet of Yah. Read.
But Baal's prophets are 450 men.
But JC prophets are 450 men. But I'm going to get on away from that. I don't want to talk about that, man. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 37. Either you're going to follow the Old Testament or the New Testament. The book says you're going to have two. How long you going to have two opinions? Let's see. Isaiah 37. No, 30. Yeah, 37. Yeah, Isaiah 37 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 37, verse 1. And it came to pass when King Hezekiah heard it, that he rent his clothes, and covered himself with sackcloth, and went into the house of Yahweh. And he sent Eliakim, who was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and the elders of the priests covered with sackcloth, unto Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos.
That's right. Isaiah the prophet. That's all I want. Isaiah the prophet. Let's go to 38. 38 and 1. Cold blooded right here, boy. It's corn here. Start the first verse.
Isaiah chapter 38, verse 1. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death.
This man ready to die. This man finna die, y'all. Pay attention now.
And Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos, came unto him, and said unto him, Thus saith Yahweh, Set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live.
Well, the prophet went to him and told him, set your house in order because you finna die. Now watch what happened, boy. It's a miracle. It's cold blooded here. Read.
Then Hezekiah turned his face toward the wall, and prayed unto Yahweh.
Because he's sick, he laying in his bed. He turned to the east. He turned his head to the east, baby. Read.
And said, Remember now, O Yahweh.
He told Yahweh to remember.
I beseech thee.
I beg you.
How I have walked before thee in truth.
Boy, I done did all the commandments, the laws, and statutes, and judgment, preach. I did it all, y'all. Read.
And with a perfect heart.
And boy, I had a perfect heart.
And have done that which is good in thy sight.
And I did everything good in your sight, Yahweh.
And Hezekiah wept sore.
And he started crying, boy, tears running down his face. Read.
Then came the word of Yahweh to Isaiah.
Then Yahweh told Isaiah, boy, this corn here, I got chills right now. Read.
Saying, Go and say to Hezekiah.
Boy, go tell Hezekiah.
Thus saith Yahweh.
That I said it. Y'all said it. Read.
The Elohim of David, thy father.
And boy, I'm the father of David. Read.
I have heard thy prayer.
Boy, I heard you. Read.
I have seen thy tears.
And I seen the tears running down your face.
Behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years.
And I will add to you 15 more years, boy. Boy, that's cold-blooded right there.
And I will deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria.
Okay, that's it, boy. I'm about to cry myself. Boy, that's tough right there. That's tough. Woo, that's tough. Let's go to Jeremiah. Oh, boy. Jeremiah 1.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 1. The words of Jeremiah the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Anathoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of Yahweh came in the days of Josiah the son of Ammon, king of Judah, and the 13th year of his reign. It came also in the days of Jehoiakim the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th month. Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
He told Jeremiah, before I formed you in the belly, I knew you.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
Before you came out of the vagina, I sanctified you.
And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
I ordained thee a prophet. Yahweh say, I ordained Jeremiah a prophet. Boy, he never did this for nobody in the New Testament. And if you can show it to me, you get some money. But I know you can't. You lying. Read.
Then said I, Ah, Yahweh Elohim, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child.
Jeremiah told Yahweh, I can't even speak. I'm still a baby. Read.
But Yahweh said unto me, Say
No,
not.
hold on. Say that. Okay, yeah. That's it. Right.
But Yahweh said unto me, Say not, I am a child.
Don't tell me you no baby, you no child.
For thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee.
You gonna go pop this corn for me. That's what you finna do. Read.
And whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
Boy, you gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Like I'm telling today, boy, but they mad at me. Read.
Be not afraid of their faces.
Don't be afraid of nobody's face. I ain't studying yet. Yahweh told Jeremiah, don't be afraid of their faces. And I ain't afraid of your face either. Because if I was afraid of your face, I wouldn't be on YouTube popping this corn. I ain't scared of you. I come here to do this. Well, Almighty raised me up to do this. I ain't never scared. Because if I was scared, I'd be scared to get on YouTube to pop this corn. A scared man ain't can't do what I do. Read.
For I am with thee to deliver thee.
And Yahweh is with Jeremiah to deliver thee.
Saith Yahweh.
He said it.
Then Yahweh put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Yahweh said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
And Yahweh put the words in Jeremiah's mouth just like he put them in my mouth today. Telling me, tell the whole truth in the book. Don't hold back. Pop that corn. And boy, he put it in my mouth. Read.
See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant.
And to plant. This is what you got to do, Wayne. This is what you got to do. Now, I'm not saying I'm no prophet. I'm just a servant of the Most High Yahweh. I'm a servant now. I am that. A 100% servant, but I'm not a prophet. Yeah. But let's go to Haggai. Haggai. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that Haggai. That's a book we ain't read in a long time. Here. I forget where is that. Let me see. Haggai. What page? Let me see what else.
1177.
Let's see. Okay. I ain't read that in a long time. Okay. 1177. Okay, now I mean Haggai 1 and 1. Yeah, start there. Yeah.
Haggai chapter 1 verse 1. And the 2nd year of Darius the king, and the 6th month, and the 1st day of the month, came the word of Yahweh by Haggai the prophet unto Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Josedek the high priest, saying, Thus speaketh Yahweh of hosts, saying, This people say, The time is not come, the time that Yahweh's house should be built. Then came the word of Yahweh by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye to dwell in your sealed houses?
Okay, in other words, Haggai was a prophet. That's what that's going to prove he was a prophet. Let's go to Daniel. All through the Old Testament, the Almighty had prophets. He never had nobody in the New Testament as a prophet, no day, no time, nowhere, no day. Daniel 9. Yes, Daniel 9, start the 4th verse.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 4. And I prayed unto Yahweh my Elohim,
And it's Daniel talking.
and made my confession,
It's Daniel confessing.
and said, O Yahweh, the great and dreadful Elohim, keeping the covenant and mercy to them that love him, and to them that keep his commandments.
That's right, because the only way you can love Yah, you got to keep his commandments. It's impossible to love Yah and you don't keep his commandments. Daniel, prominent, read.
We have sinned and have committed iniquity.
Right, we have sinned. He putting himself in there. And Daniel, I ain't never read in the book where Daniel sinned, but he including himself because he is a Hebrew Israelite. So that, like I talk, I say we. And I have sinned, but Daniel ain't never sinned. I never read it, but he including himself. That means he ain't putting himself on the pedestal and saying he all that. So he said we. Read that again.
We have sinned.
He said we have sinned, but I ain't never read what Daniel sinned. Read.
And have committed iniquity.
And we have committed iniquity and sin.
And have done wickedly.
And we have done wickedly.
And have rebelled.
And we have rebelled. We ain't always did what y'all say do. We ain't never always did it. Read.
Even by departing from thy precepts and from thy judgments.
That's right. Read.
Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophets.
We don't even listen to the servant the prophet. You supposed to listen to the prophet. That's mean I'm having this class today on the prophets. Pay the prophets some attention and leave these clowns alone in this church. And the prophets is in the Old Testament only, not in the New Testament at all. Now read that again.
Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophets.
We ain't gonna listen to the prophet. You're gonna go over there and listen to Paul, Peter, John, Luke, and JC. You'll listen to them clowns, them hillbillies. But you ain't gonna listen to the prophet Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, and Abraham, and the rest of them. Read.
Which spake in thy name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. O Yahweh, righteousness belonging unto thee.
That's right. Righteousness belong to Yah.
But unto us confusion of faces, as at this day, to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass, that they have trespassed against thee.
And we always in trouble. That's when we always stayed in captivity and bondage and been a slave, because we was always rebellious, hard-headed, and stiff-necked people. That's when we stayed in slavery. That's when we stayed at the bottom. That's when we on the floor, because you want to go against Yah. That's bringing you in this condition today, because you all about listening to somebody else instead of listening to Yahweh and his prophets. Okay, now let's go to now I'm gonna prove about the women. Let's go to talk about the women prophet. I got off the men prophet. Now let's talk about the women. Now let's go to Exodus 15. Now I'm gonna show them that we had women prophets in the Bible too. But in the New Testament, you better not open your mouth and say a woman can't talk in the New Testament, but we had propheted women. Okay, what else? 15. Let's go here. 15. Yeah, Exodus 15 and 20.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 20. And Miriam the prophetess.
See, Miriam the prophetess, this was Moses' sister, Miriam. She was a prophetess.
The sister of Aaron took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances.
All the women followed her with trembling and dancing.
And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to Yahweh.
See what Miriam said? She didn't say sing to JC. She said sing to Yah. Miriam, read.
For he have triumphed gloriously.
That's right.
The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
That's right, because when we was coming out of Egypt, he drowned Pharaoh's army. He did a lot of stuff. He plagued them. So I didn't want to get off into all that, but I just want to prove that Miriam, Moses' sister, and Aaron's sister, was a prophetess. Okay, let's go to Judges. I let the book do the talking. I don't make up nothing. Everything I say is in the book. Ain't mad at me because I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's when I know y'all faking, perpetrating fraud, because if you love the truth, you'll love me. You hate me because you hate the truth. That's when you hate me because you hate the truth. Okay, go to 4 and 1. Start 1 verse.
Judges chapter 4 verse 1. And the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of Yahweh when Ehud was dead. And Yahweh sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan, that reigned in Hazor, the captain of whose host was Sisera, which dwelt in Harosheth of the Gentiles.
That's right, sold it to the Gentiles. That's right, because we always ain't going to do what Yahweh say do. Read.
And the children of Israel cried unto Yahweh.
And every time we get in trouble, we cry to Yah.
For he had 900 chariots of iron, and 20 years he mightily oppressed the children of Israel. And Deborah, a prophetess,
See, Deborah was a prophetess.
the wife of Laadoth, she judged Israel at that time.
She was judging Israel at that time, so we had a woman that was a judge and a prophetess.
And she dwelt under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel and Mount Ephraim. And the children of Israel came up to her for judgment.
All right, so we had righteous women at this time. Okay, go to 2 Kings. 2 Kings, I think I'm 20. Yeah, 22. That's 2 Kings 22 and 13.
2 Kings chapter 22 verse 13. Go ye, inquire of Yahweh for me, and for the people, and for all Judah, concerning the words of this book that is found. For great is the wrath of Yahweh that is kindled against us, because our fathers have not hearkened unto the words of this book.
Now this book, see, they ain't gonna listen to the words of this book. This book talking about the Old Testament. They gonna go over there to the New Testament what them white folks wrote. Read.
To do according unto all that which is written concerning us. So Hilkiah the priest, and Ahiakim, and Achbor, and Shaphan, and Asahiah went unto Huldah the prophetess,
Huldah the prophetess, they bore another prophetess,
the wife of Shalom, the son of Tikvah, the son of Harhas, keeper of the wardrobe. Now she dwelt in Jerusalem in the college, and they communed with her. And she said unto them, Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel, tell the man that sent you to me.
see how the prophet is coming in the name of Yah? This righteous woman here. That's a righteous woman here, 100. Read.
Thus saith Yahweh.
That's all she knows is Yahweh. She got a husband, but she ain't calling up on her husband. She calling up on Yah. And that's what you're supposed to do. Yahweh first, then your husband second. Yahweh first, then your husband second. Read.
Behold, I will bring evil upon this place, and upon the inhabitants thereof, even all the words of this book which the king of Judah hath read, because they have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other deities.
See, they forsaken Yah and burn incense. That mean I ain't gonna never burn no incense, because burning incense unto other gods is a sin. Did you know that? Now read that again. I want the world to know that.
Because they have forsaken me,
They forsaken Yah.
and have burnt incense unto other deities.
And so when you burn these incense in your house and in your car and in your buildings and churches, like the Catholics do, burning them incense and hanging it, boy, that's a sin. You ain't supposed to burn no incense. Book popping it. Read.
That they might provoke me to anger.
And when you burn these incense, you provoking Yah to anger.
With all the works of their hands.
So there ain't nowhere in the book the Almighty told you to burn the incense. And when you burn it to another deity, another God. Read.
Therefore my wrath shall be kindled against this place, and shall not be quenched.
It should not be quenched. Okay, let's go to Nehemiah. No, you ain't supposed to burn no incense, so anybody that's out there burning incense, y'all stop burning, because the Almighty don't like that. When you learn better, you do better. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. I'm gonna tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's all I got in me. When it come to Yah, 100. Truth. Yeah, Nehemiah chapter 6, verse 13.
Nehemiah chapter 6, verse 13. Therefore was he hired, that I should be afraid and do so and sin, and that they might have matter for an evil report, that they might reproach me. My Elohim, think thou upon Tobiah and Sanballat, according to these their works, and on the prophetess Noadiah and the rest of the prophets that would have put me in fear.
There you go, prophetess. That word prophetess, that's what I'm looking for. Let's go to Isaiah. All through this book, we have prophets and prophetess. Isaiah 8, let me see. Yeah, I think that's 8. Yeah, 8 more.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 1. Moreover, Yahweh said unto me, take thee a great roll, and write in it with a man's pen concerning Maher Shalahazbaz. And I took unto me faithful witnesses to record Uriah the priest, and Zechariah the son of Jeberechiah. And I went unto the prophetess, and she conceived.
I went unto the prophetess, and she conceived.
And bare a son.
And she had a baby.
Then said Yahweh to me, call his name Maher Shalahazbaz. For behold, the child shall have knowledge to cry, my father and my mother. The riches of Damascus and the spoil of Samaria shall be taken away before the king of Assyria.
Okay, that's all I wanted. Now, let's go to First Chronicle. Now, I'm going to show you what the Almighty say you better not do to a prophet. That's the First Chronicle. Now, and then I got to show them the definition of a prophet, too. What is a prophet? Okay. Let's take this First Chronicles. Yeah, First Chronicles 16. Yeah, First Chronicles chapter 16, start to 20 verse.
First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 20. And when they went from nation to nation, and from one kingdom to another people, he suffered no man to do them wrong.
He suffered no man to do them wrong.
Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes, saying, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
Don't you know the Almighty Yahweh ain't gonna let you do nothing to no prophet? So if JC and John were prophets, John wouldn't have got his head chopped off, and JC wouldn't have been hanging up on that cross hollering his name, and he ain't never answered him yet. So that proved beyond a shadow of doubt. But John and JC was not a prophet. They was imposters, a liar. Read that again for the camera. But I want 22.
Saying, touch not my anointed.
Don't touch my anointed.
And do my prophets no harm.
So when John the Baptist got his head chopped off, was that harm? When JC was up on the cross hollering, was that harm? Yes, it was. Read.
Sing unto Yahweh.
We singing to Yah.
All the earth.
All the earth. He talking about everybody. He talking about y'all. Everybody in church. Everybody is in the world. The whole earth supposed to be calling upon Yah, but they don't. Read.
Show forth from day to day his salvation.
You show forth the day his salvation.
Declare his glory among the heathen.
Talk about Yah among the white folks.
his marvelous works among all nations.
Among all nations, Japanese, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Mexican, I don't care what they read.
For great is Yahweh,
And great is Yah.
and greatly to be praised.
And he the only one supposed to be praying to, not JC, only Yah.
He also is to be feared above all deities.
Above all, fool, all. Don't you know what the word all means? But stop calling up on JC.
For all the deities of the people are idols.
And everybody that's got a God is an idol. It's false. Yahweh is the only true and living.
But Yahweh made the heavens.
That's right. Who else made the heaven besides Yah? Nobody. So they kills all other gods on earth because they ain't made no heavens or earth. Read.
Glory and honor are in his presence. Strength and gladness are in his place.
Okay, that's all I need. And I go to Psalm 105. Touch not my anointing and do my prophets no harm, boy. That'll get it right there. So that excludes the New Testament. Because he did everybody some harm over there. Psalm 105. Okay, start 1.
Psalms chapter 105, verse 1. O give thanks unto Yahweh.
It said give thanks to Yah, not JC.
Call upon his name.
Call upon the name of Yah, not JC.
Make known his deeds among the people.
Pop that corn among the people.
Sing unto him. Sing psalms unto him. Talk ye of all his wondrous works.
Brag on Yah. Don't brag on nobody but Yah. Talk about Yah. Read.
Glory ye in his holy name.
Glory in his holy name. He ain't got no many names. They say he got many names. That's a lie. He got one name. That's Yahweh.
Let the heart of them rejoice that seek Yahweh.
Read.
Seek Yahweh and his strength. Seek his face evermore.
That's right.
Remember his marvelous works that he have done, his wonders, and the judgments of his mouth.
That's right.
O ye seed of Abraham, his servant.
And we are the seed of Abraham, because he's talking about the Hebrew Israelite. Because Abraham was the first Hebrew. Read.
Ye children of Jacob, his chosen.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, the 12 tribes of Israel. Talking about them.
He is Yahweh our Elohim.
And he always going to be Yahweh our Elohim.
His judgments are in all the earth.
That's right.
He hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
To 1,000 generations, boy. Read.
Which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for everlasting covenant.
That's right.
Saying unto thee, will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance, when they were but a few men in number, yea, very few, and strangers in it. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, he suffered no man to do them wrong. Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
That's right. Same.
Saying, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
It's the second time he just said it in the Old Testament, boy. Read.
Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He brake the whole.
Oh, no, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I need. Okay. Now let's go to let me prove let's see what I want to prove. Is that all of it? Yeah, I think that's all I had. Oh, yeah, let me give you the definition of a prophet. Let's see. Okay. Where did that go? Oh, here it goes, right there. That's in one book. Yeah.
Prophet is a word taken from the Greek where it means one who proclaims.
One who proclaims.
The biblical prophets spoke out most about the evils of their own time, but biblical prophecy also describes what would happen if people did or did not do certain things, and what the prophet hoped for in his people's future. The great age of Hebrew prophecy began in the 700s BC with the so-called writing prophets Amos, Micah, Hosea, and Isaiah. Hebrew prophecy is distinctive in its lofty poetry and its plea for social justice.
Okay, yeah, now, okay. Now read out this book. That's another definition of a prophet. Read that.
Prophet, a person who spoke for Elohim and who communicated Elohim's message courageously to Elohim's chosen people, the nation of Israel. The prophet's call. A prophet received his call or appointment directly from Elohim.
See, a prophet get his direct from Yah. He is chosen and handpicked from Yah. He's a prophet, meaning he ain't gonna talk about number what Yahweh say. That's what a real prophet gonna do. He coming in the name of Yah and he telling you what Yah say. He ain't talking about nobody else on earth but Yah. That's what a prophet do. He's been ordained from Yah. The Almighty to talk to this man, and okay, the Almighty told this man what to say and what to do. That's what a prophet is. They get it from Yah. The prophet get it from Yahweh. So yeah, I think I'm gonna close out now because I done covered everything dealing with the prophet. We got prophets and prophetess, and that's what Yahweh had. And when you're a prophet, you are ordained from the Most High, and you're supposed to listen to the prophet and and nobody else. When a prophet coming in the name of Yahweh, you pay him some attention. But when a false prophet coming in the name of somebody else, you don't pay him no attention. You throw gas on him and burn him up. You don't pay him no attention. All right. So I want to give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, praise the mighty Yah. Shalom.